Right. Yeah. This is Shrikant. I'm taking the Selenium tool automation testing we're discussing today, introduction class. So what today we're planning to discuss means what is the syllabus we need to cover in how we are discussing our Selenium. These all the topics we can discuss very detailed manner, and I can discuss a small topic also. Right. So first of all, I want to discuss here. This is a one application, right? First I want to discuss this is we're calling as a ways of testing. We are calling this, we are calling as a ways of testing, right? What is the ways of testing? First, this is one application. This application I want to test. So we have only two ways. One is manually we can test, and then automation we can test, right? Manually we can test, other one is automation we can test. So any application, if you want to test, we have only two ways. First one is manually we can start with, and then recommend it to the automation. First of all, what is a manual testing? If you give to the what is a manual testing? Manual testing. What is a manual testing? Generally, we can go for what is a manual testing. Using human efforts, we can test one application. This we are calling as a manual testing. We are calling using human efforts. We can test any application, that we are calling as a manual testing. We are calling. But if you come into some technical manner, if you give the definition of manual testing, every company need to follow to complete manual testing one life cycle. That is we are calling as a software testing life cycle we are calling. So what is a software testing life cycle? Every company must be followed to complete manual testing. This is a software testing life cycle. This life cycle divided into 6 phases. Right. First one, test planning. Second one, test design. Test execution. Result analysis. Bug tracking. And reporting. So this is a each and every phase, 6 phases. Manually we can interact it, and we can test one application, that we are calling as a manual testing we are calling. So very simply we can give the what is manual testing. First of all, what is a testing? This is a developer, this is a test engineer. Developer developing the application and giving to the testing department. Using that application, test engineer will be verify and validate and give the defects to the developers. This process will be continue whenever application is defective free. So this we are calling as a simply testing. Sorry. What is the testing means? Developer developing application, build one, releasing to the testing department. Test engineer test that one, finding the defects and send to the developers. This process will be continue whenever application is defective free. This is we are calling as a testing, simply we are calling. So now I'll give the definition of manual testing. What is manual testing? Manual testing is a process. Process is nothing but developers to test engineer to developer. So manual testing is a process in which all the phases of software testing life cycle, like test planning, test design, test execution, result analysis, bug tracking, and reporting, are completed successfully with human efforts. This is we are calling as a manual testing. We are calling. What is a manual testing? It is a process in which all the phases of software testing life cycle, like test planning, test design, test execution, result analysis, bug tracking, and reporting, are completed successfully with human effects. This is we are calling as a manual testing. We are calling. If you come into manual testing, we have lot of drawbacks. So this we have the disadvantages will be there. What is disadvantages? Manual. First point, it's a time consuming. This is a time consuming. Why we can call it a time consuming? For example, you have written 100 test cases. These 100 test cases to execute, and it's taking 1 week time. But second will same 100 test cases I want to execute it, same 1 week time it will be taking. But if you come into automation, to execute 50 test cases means test script, only first time preparation is 1 week time. Second time 50 test cases I want executed, within the 1 day or 2 days is enough, because of already prepared the script. The same script only I want to execute it, okay, here. So very less time we need to complete it, also faster compared to manual automation. So this is one of the drawback of manual testing. Time consuming. Second point, repeating problem. What is a repeating problem? Manually, one functionality, if you want to test manually, if you want to test one functionality again and again, some number of times continuously, same interest we can't test it. Means first one is, we can go for the one functionality, first time I'm testing, very interestedly I tested. Second time, okay, interest. Third time, okay. Fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, like that 10 times I want to test it. Manually we can't test same interest. First time how much interestly we are testing, same interest we can't go for the number of times. This is one of the drawback of manual testing. Testing one functionality again and again, not possible in the same interest. This is one of the drawback of manual testing. Testing one functionality again and again, not possible in the same interest. This is one of the drawback of manual testing. And the third drawback is parallel operations almost all not possible. Parallel operations almost all not possible manually, because of this is a one member, like this 10 members is there. 10 members is there. These all the 10 members need to work on the one functionality. All the 10 members at a time need to use the functionality, then they need to check the performance testing. In this situation, not possible for manual, because of each and every test engineer cooperation, coordination is missing. So parallel operations almost all not possible. And one more thing, to get these many people test engineers, for example, I want to give to the 20 test engineers at a time, so we need to collect to the 20 test engineers. So these are all the problems, and that 20 test engineers cooperation, coordination is missing also manually. So parallel operations almost all not possible manually. And next one, fourth one, no accuracy. Here there is no accuracy here. 100% accuracy is not coming. Now, tiredness. What is the tiredness? Manually, continuously 8 hours we are working, we are tired. Yes, we are tired. So this is a drawbacks of the manual testing we are calling. This is the drawbacks of the manual testing we are calling. So what is the drawbacks of the manual testing? First of all, time consuming. This is a time consuming. And next one is repeating problem. And third one is parallel operations almost all not possible. No accuracy, tiredness. So like that, lot of drawbacks we have in the manual. Coming to the automation. What is the automation testing? Automation testing. What is the automation testing means? Very simply, using one tool, we can test application that we are calling as a automation testing. Very simple manner. Using one tool, you can test any application that we are calling as a automation testing. We are calling. Okay. If we give to the some very simple manner, what is automation testing? It is a process of converting the manual test cases to automation script with the help of one automation tool. This is also we are calling as a automation testing. What is automation testing? It is a process of converting the manual test case to automation test script. Test script we need to convert with the help of one automation tool. This is we are calling as a automation testing. Okay, some other definition also we need to give it automation testing. Automation testing is a process in which all the drawbacks of manual testing, they can overcome, provide speed and accuracy in order to implement the testing on the application with the help of the tool that we are calling as a automation testing. We are calling. Once again, what is automation testing? It is a process in which all the drawbacks of manual testing, they can overcome and provide the speed and accuracy in order to implement the testing on the application with the help of the tool. This is we are calling as a automation testing we are calling. Okay, so some other simple definition, it is a process of converting the manual test case to test script with the help of the automation tool. This is also one of the definition for the automation testing. Okay, coming to the point. Okay, what is the drawbacks of automation testing? If you come into the drawbacks of automation testing, all the test cases cannot recommend to the automation. All the test cases cannot recommend to the automation. Some test cases only we can recommend to the automation. Some test cases we can't recommend to the automation. This is the drawback of the automation testing. So what is the drawback of the automation testing? So first of all, we can go for the 100% application we can't recommend to the automation. That is only all the test cases, manual test cases cannot convert to the test script. This is one of the drawback of automation testing. Okay, sir. Sir, which test cases we can recommend to the automation? First point, retesting related test cases we can go for the automation. Retesting test cases we can recommend to the automation. That is what we are calling as a data driven framework. We are calling this, we are calling as a data driven framework. So retesting test cases we can recommend to the automation. Second point, regression testing test cases also we can recommend to the automation. Compulsory retesting related test cases, regression testing related test cases, we must be go for the automation. We must be recommended to the automation. Okay. Which test cases cannot recommend to the automation? Whenever application functionality dynamically changes, it is not stable, dynamically changes, that type of situation we can't recommend to the automation. Whenever application functionality dynamically changes, that type of actions we can't recommend to the automation. Okay, now for example we can go for the captcha. We have some numbers like this, and we have some numbers like this. So these captcha we need to capture and we need to enter into the application. This is not possible, right? So because of dynamically it will be changing, every time new will be coming. So this type of situations we can't recommend to the automation. This is one of the situation. Next one, whenever one test case, if you want to convert as a test script, here lot of manual interaction will be there. To do the testing by using tool, so compared to tool, manual interaction is more easier. Manual interaction is lot of things there. That type of situation we can't recommend it to the automation. For example, manual test case, you want to have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. But these manual steps you need to convert as an automation. You can go for the automation step 1. You can go for the automation step 5, step 6. But to second step, third step, fourth step, you can't implement it by using automation. You can implement compulsory manual only. There is no other choice. These type of situation we can't recommend it to the automation. Totally we can recommend it to the manual testing only. Means whenever one test case if you want to implement, more manual interaction is needed. That type of situation we can recommend it to the manual testing only. We are not recommended to the automation. So this is how we can give the point which test cases cannot recommend to the automation. Whenever application functionality dynamically changes, it is not stable, that type of situation we can't recommend to the automation. Second point, whenever one test case we need to convert as a test script, but manual interaction is required, that type of situation also we can't recommend it to the automation. So this is we can give it which test cases we can recommend to the automation. Retesting test cases, regression test cases. Which test cases cannot recommend to the automation? Whenever application functionality dynamically changes, is not stable, that type of situation we can recommend it to the, we can't recommend it to the automation. And second point, whenever manual test case we can convert as a test script, but most of the steps we need to do it, we need to implement manual only, that type of situation we can't recommend to the automation also. So this is the topic we are discussing now, ways of testing. If you want to test one application, we have two ways. One is manually we can test, other one is automation we can test. Right now we are planning to go for the automation test. Now we'll start a discussion, automation testing. First, before going for the automation testing, we need to understand types of automation tools in the market. What is the different types of automation tools are available in the market? First one, functional tool. Second one, performance tool. Third one, management tool. So what is a functional tool? Selenium is the functional tool. And QTP or UFT, right now they're calling RFT. So many tools is there, etc. So many is there, right? So this is some of the best examples for functional tools. Same manner, performance tools. Load runner, JMeter, and next Silk performance testing. This is we can go for that. And management tool, quality center. So this is we can go for the different types of automation tools we have. Understood? So what is the different types of automation tools we have? Functional tools, Selenium, QTP, RFT. Performance tools, load runner, JMeter, Silk performance testing. Management tool is the quality center. Okay, what is the meaning of functional tool? These tools is used for testing the behavior of the application. So that application is behaving as per client expectation or not, we need to test. That we are calling as a functionality testing. By using these tools we can test the functionality testing. So Selenium and QTP very popular. We have one differences between what is the best tool. What is the differences between Selenium and QTP? Now we need to understand here, right here. See, observe here. Here we have different types of tools. Functional tool. This is our 3 tools. So many is there. This is very popular. And performance tools, these 3. Management tool, quality center. Now we are planning to discuss Selenium and QTP. Okay, this is a Selenium. We can go for that. QTP also. So what is the difference between these 2 tools? Both are functional tools only. What is the difference? That only we need to come to the picture. Selenium, it is a open source tool. What is the meaning of open source tool? It is a free of cost. No need to purchase any license like that. But this is we are calling as a commercial tool. This we are calling as a commercial tool we are calling. Commercial is nothing but we need to take the license. We need to take the license. We need to purchase the license. Next point. These Selenium can support to test the functional testing. QTP also support to test the functional testing. One more. Selenium supports only, okay, Selenium supports different operating systems. Like Windows it will be supporting, Mac it will be supporting, and Linux also it will be supporting. But QTP supports the operating system only Windows. Only Windows it will be supporting. Other Mac, Linux is not supporting. Coming to next point. Selenium supports the multiple languages like Java it will be supported, C# it will be supported, Python it will be supported, Ruby, like that many languages it will be supported. But it will be supported language only one, VB script it will be supported. VB script by default it will be supported. Next, coming to here, it will be support the browsers, multiple browsers like IE browser it will be supporting, Firefox browser it will be supporting, Chrome browser it will be supporting, and Safari browser, Opera browser it will be supporting. And these will be supporting by default IE browser, and then Firefox browser and Chrome browser also it will be supported. And coming to here, one more point. These Selenium supports web applications and mobile applications also. But QTP support desktop applications and web applications and mobile applications also. Right. So this is a differences we need to go for that. And one more difference. This is a more flexible and extendable. But this is a less flexible and extendable. So this is a differences between QTP and Selenium. This is a differences between QTP and Selenium. So what is the difference? First one, Selenium is an open source tool. No need to purchase any license. Just freely we can use it. Next one, QTP is a commercial tool. We need to take the license. And we need to purchase that tool. Both tools are used for implementing the functionality testing only. Next we can go for another one. The other one is operating systems. It will be support Selenium. Will support Windows operating system, Mac operating system, Linux operating system also it will be supported. But QTP supported only one operating system, that is we are calling as a Windows. And Selenium supports multiple languages: Java, C#, Python, Ruby, Perl, like that. So many languages it will be supported. But QTP support only VB script by default it will be supported. Selenium supports the browsers, multiple browsers: IE browser, Firefox browser, Chrome browser, Safari browser, Opera browser, it will be supported. But QTP support only 3 browsers: IE browser, Firefox browser, Chrome browser, like that. And Selenium supports to automate web application and we can go for the mobile applications. It's not support the window based application. And QTP supports desktop application, web application, mobile application, web application and mobile application, desktop application, like that. So this is 3 type of applications QTP will be supported, but Selenium can support the only web-based application, mobile application. So to overcome this problem in the Selenium, we can use the, whenever if you want to go for desktop window based related components, if you want to automate, we can use the AutoIt, or we can use the Sequely. This is, we can go for that, SIKULI, Sequely. You can use the AutoIt, otherwise Sequely we can use it, and we can perform the desktop application related actions. In the middle of a web based application, any window based related action is coming, Selenium will not support it. In that situation, we need to take the help of this AutoIt or Sequely. We can use it and we can overcome that problem also. Next, this is we're calling as a more flexible and extendable also. QTP less flexible and extendable also, So this is the differences between Selenium and QTP we are calling. This is a Selenium and QTP we are calling differences. Okay. So what we are discussing today, what we are discussing up to ways of testing. One application if you want to test, we have 2 ways. One is manually we can test first of all, then only automation we can recommend it. Here don't think directly we need to go for the automation. It's no way like that. So that is one of the point I remembering. Automation testing is not replaced for the manual testing. It is a just continuation of manual testing only. Any application you can start with manual first of all. that continuation only you can recommend to the automation. That is the point. This automation testing is not replaced for the manual testing. It is a just continuation for the manual testing only. Okay, right. So we are discussing here what is a manual testing, what is the drawbacks, what is the automation testing, what's the drawback. If you coming to here, automation testing, okay, drawbacks and advantages also there for the automation testing. What is the advantages for automation testing? First point, here saves the time for executing the test script, repeating many times. And second point, saves the cost of the company, saves the cost of the company also, because of it's a very repeated, right? One time we can prepare it and we are repeating, so cost of the company also it will be saves. And third point, we can go for here, what is some other advantage here means we need to go for the repeating test cases with the same interest, same intention, we need to go for that. So this is we have the advantages for the automation. It's very clear. So we are repeating one test case 100 times, 10 times, 20 times, same interest it will be testing also. So this is we have the drawbacks, and we can give to the assurance for the more quality. We can give the assurance to the more quality. We can give the more quality also. So this is the advantage for automation. Okay, coming to the next point here, types of automation tools. This is how we can go for that: functional tool, performance tool, management tool. And coming to what is the difference between Selenium and Qt. Now our tool is, right now we are planning to discuss Selenium, right? This is we are planning to go for the Selenium, right? So in this Selenium, what is the syllabus I need to cover? What topics I am planning to discuss? Okay, these are all the things we will discuss. Okay, very detailed manner. A small PPT presentation is it that we can go for that. Okay, I'll show you that presentation right now. Here we can go for that. Right now, see, observe here. This is we can go for the our Selenium content, what we need to cover. Right, observe here. This is my blog, Selenium Srikanth blogspot.in. This blogspot can give the when my batches will be going on, and you need to contact with me. And this blog having the information, mail ID and phone numbers, everything is it. If you want to contact, and this is we need to follow, right? Okay, right. Next, coming to the here, what is the content we need to go for that, right? First, we need to go for the introduction to automation, ways of testing, what is the manual testing, what is the drawback of manual testing, what is the automation testing, what is the drawbacks of manual automation testing, which test cases can be convert into the automation, which test cases cannot convert to the automation, what is the types of automation tools, and what is the difference between Selenium and Qt. This is the topics we need to cover up to right now. This is, and next class onwards I can give what is a introduction of the Selenium, very detailed manner. Okay, coming to next one, components of the Selenium. What is the components of the Selenium? Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium Grid. Right now new is coming, Selenium Appium. That is we are calling as a mobile automation testing also. Selenium Appium, Appium, Appium. That is a 3.0 we are calling. Coming to the core Java. If you want to go for the automation tool, you must be know the some language compulsory. But we are preferred here Selenium with Java, because of most of the companies will go for this is a combination Selenium with Java, because of Selenium is a open source, Java also open source, and also Java is working very powerful manner in Selenium also, right? And now I can give the introduction of the core Java. Okay, and what is the oops, what is the class, what is the method, what is the data types, and variables, operators, arrays, conditional statements, looping state. This is all I will discuss basics onwards. And coming to next one is OOPS concepts. And here what is the string class, object class, API, collection API, array list, hash table, hash set, and reflection API, static keyword, constructor, inheritance, keyword, super keyword, overloading, overriding, interface. These are all the things we need to discuss. Then regular expressions we need to discuss, exception handling we need to discuss, and working with the file system object like input file, and we need to go working with the Excel file, means notepad files, Excel sheet. These all we need to work with also. Now coming to the Selenium WebDriver. What is the WebDriver? Why nowadays all are going for the WebDriver? What is the difference between WebDriver and RC? What is the architecture of the WebDriver? And how to download the WebDriver jar files? How to download the WebDriver jar files and configure into the Eclipse? And operational overview of Selenium WebDriver, means WebDriver introduction, and WebDriver having some classes, and how to write the script in WebDriver. These are all the things we need to discuss. Now, WebDriver, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium will support multiple browsers. So, working with IE browser, working with Chrome browser, working with Firefox browser, Safari browser, Opera browser. How? That we will discuss. Next, very important topic, object identification. If you go for the automation people, automation test engineers, most of the people facing the challenges here only. Identifying the object only the very challenging point for automation test engineer. That topic we need to discuss via the different manner. Like we can go for the export, ID, class name, tag name, name, link text. So many locators we can use it, and we can go for that. And we can go for in different ways. If you have one page, that page having the multiple elements, all the elements having same locator, same properties, there is no unique property, how we can identify? For example, one element is in, there is no property, single property also, we can't see that properties, how we can identify? This is a different cases we need to how to identify. What is the challenges we are going for the automation test engineer to identify the object, that we will discuss. Next, property 5. This is we can go for the one of the concept. Now we can handle the web elements, text box, links, button, checkbox, radio button, list box, drop down, like that, so many pop-ups. These are all the things we need to handle here also. Next, we can have the Selenium WebDriver having the API, that API having lot of commands and operations, like get method, get a title method, get window handle, like this, so many is there. That all also we need to discuss. Next, child elements. This we are calling as a child element commands. Clear. There's so many commands is it. That also we need to discuss and use it also. After completing this all the Selenium related our tools and Selenium related all the features. Now how we can go for the real world one project, that we need to discuss. First we need to understand the life cycle. Manually how we have a life cycle, manually how we have the process, same manner automation also we have the one of the life cycle. These life cycle divided into 6 phases. Automation life cycle. Okay, test planning, generate the basic script, enhance the script. This we have discussed this topic, so many topics. Debugging, executing, analyzing the result. Now coming to the advanced concepts of Selenium, we need to discuss. What is that means? How to handle our keyboard strokes. Our keyboard is there. That keyboard having tab, enter, shift to, okay, and we can go for the F1 to F12. How to handle these all the keyboard keys, that we need to discuss. Same manner we can go for the back button and front forward button, refresh button, how we can handle. Same manner we can go for the discussion, these all here. Okay, and one more point, web tables. Right now in web applications we can use the web tables. how we can handle the web tables. For example, some web applications we have calendars. If you click on a small icon, that icon will be displaying as a calendar. That calendar made by and prepared by web tables only. How to handle that type of? This is we need to discuss. How to get the screenshots during execution time using Selenium WebDriver. After that, I want to execute one test case. Sorry. I want to execute one test case. Finally, once executing the test case, I want to store output specially in one file. How I want to store it? I want to execute it 10 times. That output I want to store into the one file. 10 times I want to store the output. How we need to go for that? Every time. That is a concept we can go for the log4j concept we are calling. Coming to the here. AutoHit. What is AutoHit? To handle window-based application actions in the middle of web-based application. Now we can go for the AutoHit. For example, I'll give you one web-based application. For example, we'll take our Facebook. In our Facebook, I want to upload my photo. Whenever I want to upload my photo, click on the option. It will be showing one window. In that window, we need to browse our photo and we need to select. That is a window-based application. We need to go for that. But Facebook is a web-based application. In that web-based application, I can perform some action. Some window is coming. That window, we need to do the browsing the action and selecting the image, and we need to apply to our image. This type of middle of web-based application, window-based actions, Selenium will not implement it. That situation we can use the AutoHit. That we can go for the here AutoHit program. That we will discuss. Coming to the next point. I'm taking one project. Like any project I want to take it. That project related manual test cases I'm taking. That to manual test cases. How to convert as a test script by using different frameworks. First, I want to convert normal manner script. If you write normal manner script, we have a lot of drawbacks. To overcome that all the drawbacks, to avoid that all the drawbacks, how we can move to the frameworks. Why we can move the frameworks? In order to implement our task, our automation testing, very effective manner, very optimized manner, very efficient manner, we can move to the frameworks. We'll start a discussion with the help of the one project, all the frameworks, JUnit, TestNG. This is how we need to use it. We can implement modular framework, data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework, hybrid framework, and we can go for the page object model also. So this is the JUnit. We are discussing the topics. SNG right now all the people will be implementing in the companies. So we are discussing more detailed manner SNG framework. Modular framework, detailed manner, using one project will go for that. Data-driven framework, keyword-driven framework, and hybrid framework. What is the process is going on real time, folder structure, and what is the architecture of the hybrid framework. These all we will discuss and implement. Then Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium Grid, SQL, Maven, Jenkins. These all we will discuss and will complete our Selenium course also. So this manner we need to discuss. To complete these all the course, 35 to and 40 days it will be taking time. 35 to 40 hours it will be taking time. So this is we are planning to go for our Selenium tool. This is a planning to discuss our Selenium course here. So understood? So this we are calling as our introduction class of Selenium. This is our introduction class of Selenium. Understood? So in this manner we